Hey, welcome back. I hope that you are doing well, and today I'd like to talk to you about this. This is the OdePro NT21 flashlight. But before I really get into all the specs or the information you need about this flashlight, let me show you what comes inside the box. And this is the box the light comes in, and it's very nice and simple, but it's very, very elegant too. It's a cardboard box, but it's made really nice, and it's almost like a wood type texture to it. On the front it tells you the company, OdePro and NT21, and on the bottom of the box they do tell you some more information about the light itself. So once you open it up, you're presented with an instruction manual, product warranty card, and on this card they tell you a little bit more about the lockout situation or the switch that's built in, and on the other side they give you a little bit of a diagram on how to operate the flashlight. Of course, you get the flashlight itself, which comes in a nice foam protective packaging, and underneath the foam, when you open up these two flaps, you get a nice little carry pouch. Very good Velcro fastener to it, so you could fit the flashlight in it and carry it on a belt or some kind of strap. Also inside the box, you get spare O-rings. You get the charging cable. You get a wrist strap and two 3000 milliamp hour 18650 batteries. Okay, so now that you've seen what's inside the box, let's talk about the flashlight. One of the things you'll notice, you do get a nice little clip, whether you want to call it a belt clip or pocket clip, regardless. And it is removable and or reversible. Right here there's a nice little channel for it to fit, and one right up in here as well. It has a nice little bit of knurling in here where it's straight, not a diamond type or diamond pattern knurling. It's nice and straight and it feels really good in the hand. No tail switch, but there are two little holes right there so you can fit the wrist strap or lanyard through. This is the charging port. That is the on and off switch. And look at that, the strike bezel. Nice and pointy, and it feels, you know, pretty good. So if you happen to unfortunately use it to strike somebody or maybe even break glass, it's going to get the job done. OdePro uses a Cree LED in this flashlight. And with the charging port, or the charging area I should say, it's magnetic charging, which, I might as well show you that now. This is the cable that it comes with. That is the part you're going to connect to the flashlight itself. And it's terminated by a USB type A on the other side. And you just simply set it in there like that, and it magnetically connects. And the red light is on, and there's a LED light around the on and off switch to let you know the charging, that it's charging and battery capacity. And there's even a little blue light right here, as you can see, to let you know that power is running to the flashlight. The cable, it feels really, really nice, by the way. It's not overly stiff, it's quite flexible. And it's nylon braided, so not that cheap plastic vinyl covering crap. Now there is actually 5 light modes in here: low, medium, high, and turbo, and a strobe. It is IP67 waterproof rating, which means this can last or still be operational for up to 30 minutes and up to 2 meters underwater. What does that mean? Well, if you happen to be, say, out hiking or something like that, and you drop it in the lake, and it goes, let's say, down 1.5 meters. Well, you got a half an hour to try to fish it out before it gets damaged. Which also means with the IP67 waterproof rating, in a heavy rain, still going to work for you, or a heavy snowfall, so there's no worries about that. It is impact resistant up to 1 meter or like 3.2 feet. And they use high strength aluminum, which right about here you're going to see some numbers popping up. I guess that's the type of aluminum that they use. And they use military grade type 3 hard anodized finish on this, and it feels really, really nice, by the way. You could tell it's a quality finish. With some of those cheaper LED lights you can get, say, like off of eBay or something, you could definitely tell that it's just like spray painted black. You know, it just has that feel. But this has a really good high quality feel finish to it. So you can tell it's really good quality in here. Of course, I already told you about the nice aggressive strike bezel, which I got to show you again. That just looks so really nice. Now the LED light here, that's around the on and off switch, like I said, we'll let you know about the charging status and basically the power level of the battery. I'm not going to go through that with you now. You really should just read the instructions as you should. But basically it's red, a green and a yellow, and a green light. Okay, so definitely read the instructions. Now the maximum lumen output for this flashlight is 1200 lumens, and that's quite a bit. In the test video, which is coming up, I'm going to run through all of them, including the strobe, and I'm going to leave the lumen count and how long the runtime is for the battery as I'm showing you in the test video. Okay, so I'm not just going to say it all here. Now this does also have an auto lockout function. What does that mean? Well, when you turn it on, just like that, and you turn it off, after 1 minute, this switch will automatically lock out. And to get it out of the lockout mode, you just simply press and hold that button for about 2 seconds, and it'll go on automatically. There's also a memory function in here. So like say if you were using it on medium and you shut the light off, even an hour, 2 hours later, or even the next day, you turn it back on, it's going to be in medium. Well, unless you happen to take the battery out. And what does the lockout mode do? Well, that prevents accidental turn-ons. So, 2 reasons for you don't want to have an accidental turn-on. Number 1, you don't want to, say, have this on turbo, have it in your pocket, it turns on, this thing's going to get hot, and due just to the close proximity of your clothes, you can either start a fire or melt something in your pocket. Secondly, you don't want to drain the battery in case when you need it, it was on, you drain the battery, you're out of luck. So that's a good thing to have, is the auto lockout mode. Now, to get to the strobe, you just double click it real quick. And as you can kind of see a little bit there, that's it. You just double click it, whether it's off or whether it's on. You just give it a quick double click and the strobe light comes on. All right, enough of me yakking right now. Let me wait till it gets dark outside and I'll take you outside to show you this thing in action. And before the test video, let me just tell you this. No matter what I did, when I was trying to show you the strobe effect, my camera just would not focus in. No matter how many times I tried it, no matter how many tricks or settings I put the camera in, it would not kind of focus. So it's a little blurry, a little fuzzy, I should say. But you do get the idea on how powerful the strobe is. It's probably the reason why I probably didn't focus in is the speed of the strobe, which is really nice. It's really fast, and the idea of the strobe basically is if you put it in someone's eyes, the strobe effect will not just blind them, but kind of disorient them a little bit. That's one of the reasons why you want a strobe. Secondly, with a strobe, it could also be used as a signal that you may need help or you're in some kind of an emergency. Alright, after the test video, I'll give you my final thoughts on the OdePro NT21 flashlight. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a test video of the OdePro NT21 flashlight. Now you're going to be asking yourself, well, what good is a flashlight like this? Well, first of all, everyday carry. If you happen to be a prepper, hunter, hiker, great for that. Just to have around the house so you can have light in case of a power outage. Great if you're maybe a mechanic or even a plumber, right, Mr. Robert? Mr. Bell? So it's great for that. It's always great to have a good flashlight around. But one of the other things that this would be good for is if you have the proper mount, the handlebar mount, you can actually use this as a bike light. So if you happen to be riding your bike at night and you got the proper mount, this will definitely help you see way ahead of you. You've seen how bright it was in the test video, so this could even be used on a bike, so when you're bike riding. Now, the only things I can say to OdePro to kind of improve on this flashlight. One, make the magnetics, either in the cable, the flashlight, or both, a little bit stronger. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is pretty strong for what it's doing. It's going to stay on there. There's no doubt about that. But I would like to see a little bit stronger, because sometimes when I was charging it, I accidentally knocked it and it came off. So just a little bit stronger than what it is would be really, really nice. The other thing is the UI or user interface. I don't mind having to press and hold it to get it on, but the cycling, you actually have to cycle through and press and hold the button until you get to the desired light level that you want. I don't mind that, but for an everyday lay person, if you will, maybe having it where you press and hold to turn it on, and then every time you press the button, it would go through the levels instead of pressing and holding to go through each light level. That's about it. I mean, but really, if I really had to make a good suggestion for OdePro, really the only thing I would suggest is make the magnet a little bit stronger for the charging port, and that's about it. I just thought of this one. Maybe an option on this one. Include a magnet that you can put right here in the tailpiece, since you know it's recessed and has a nice little space there. So I could put a magnet in there, or maybe even include a magnet. So if I wanted to say, if I was working on my car, changing a tire, or looking at the engine compartment, I could pop the magnet in there and boom, it sticks up. That could be an option as well. But otherwise, would I suggest you get the OdePro NT21 flashlight? You better believe I do. This little flashlight pumps out a lot of light. No matter what mode you're in, it's pretty bright in every single mode. Lasts a pretty good long time. You get two 18650 batteries plus some spare O-rings for it and a carry pouch. For the money, you just cannot go wrong. Now, I have reviewed other OdePro flashlights in the past, and I absolutely loved them, and this one is no exception. They really hit it out of the park with this one. I love this flashlight, and I highly recommend you get one. That's it for the video, or for the review. And if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget about the notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video on all of your social media sites. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even your pets, have a great day.